Financial mismanagement, failure to follow the law. Those are some of the problems the state auditor's office says a recent audit uncovered in the state public education department. And those problems could mean the loss of millions of dollars for New Mexico school kids. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart is live with that from the Newsplex. Gabby?
Dick, the state auditor's report includes more than 200 findings and a list of directives on how to fix things. The PED tells us improvements have already been made. The state auditor's office outlines a series of problems.
Anything from how they reconcile their books to how they purchase goods and services or how they administer federal and state funds.
An independent auditor came up with 207 findings. It's a lot, but the PED says it's an improvement.
I think the first and most important point to make is that our audit findings have decreased by 44% from 2011 to 2012, so that's a pretty significant reduction.
But Balderas says his concerns run deep. They include a recent error that resulted in overpayments and underpayments for more than 50 school districts across the state for at-risk students, a problem we told you about in a special assignment report in May. Other problems include violations of federal special education grant requirements that could cost the state $34 million in federal funds for special education. In order to receive federal funds for special ed, the state has to spend as much or more than it did the year before on the program. New Mexico received a waiver of $48 million for fiscal year 2010, and Scandera says they're still working for a waiver for 2011.
I think it's apparent that the public education department in the last year has taken a great step in the right direction in regards to serving our students first and being good stewards of taxpayers' dollars.
While PED says they're working to improve, the audit claims several procurement violations and lack of fiscal oversight of several charter schools by the PED.
A lot of these funds are geared towards students in poverty or special needs students, and so these students have very important constitutional legal protections for a reason. And so it's important that public education department do everything they can to safeguard those funds.
The state auditor's office gave the PED a deadline of August 5th to submit a detailed corrective action plan to address numerous findings listed in the audit. Back to you.
All right, Gabrielle, the state auditor says he hopes to submit another report by the next legislative session, a report geared toward avoiding the same mistakes in the future.